In Working It Today, Andy Challenger of Challenger Gray and Christmas is here to talk about a new law that will make a difference when you go to a new company and how much you have to say about your previous salary. Good to have you here, Andy.
Thanks for having me.
So Massachusetts is leading the way with this new law. It won't start until 2018, but it basically says that if you're in the HR office about to take a job, you don't have to disclose what you made at your last job.
Yeah, it's this first effort in real legislation to try to fight the wage gap that we see between men and women and minorities and the rest of the group.
It's so uncomfortable to give your wage. It really is. And if you're making a low wage at your last job, that means you carry that into your next position, right?
Yeah, so now in Massachusetts, they're leading the way. Recruiting managers have to, one, upfront tell you the salary of the position right in the beginning. So they're taking away some of that negotiating power that people usually have. But they're also disallowing recruiters and hiring managers to ask you about your previous salary. So those wage gaps that might have plagued women and minorities in the past, don't follow them throughout their career.
Will it help? Because does this mean that the HR office has to give you a salary of what you are worth instead of what you made at your last job?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really just kind of saying this is what we want to pay for this job, and if you're qualified, we're going to pay it. And they're taking out that whole negotiation component.
Do you think this is something that will catch on?
It will certainly, it is leading the way. It's kind of cutting edge. We haven't seen it proposed in any other states, but if it does seem to take effect and work in Massachusetts, we could certainly see it spread throughout the country.
Now at your firm, you're very much in touch with HR as well as people looking for jobs. So what do you hear from people when they go into the office? Do you tell them that they should disclose their salary?
Yeah, you never want to lie in a job interview because it's always easily checked upon, and that will tank your interview process if you do lie in there. So you always have to tell the truth, but it's something you kind of want to skate around if you can. You never really want to give too much information to the other side.
One of the sectors that's been hit hard by job losses is the energy sector. Now, right now we have oil continuing to trade under $50. What's happening? What's the update on job losses from the energy sector?
It's not good. In July, we saw a resurgence of these layoffs. Actually spiked 800% in July. What oil and gas companies announced in terms of people they're going to be laying off in the next coming months. Since mid-2014, we're now down about 195,000 jobs in the oil and gas sector. So while the rest of the economy is doing well and jobs are being consistently added, this is one sector of the economy that's just faced continuous losses.
Do you think the pendulum has swung too far? Did they cut too deep?
They happened hard and fast, these cuts, and certainly a possibility that as oil potentially rises, these companies will need to hire back quickly. Goldman Sachs just put out an estimate that by 2018, oil and gas is going to have to rehire 80 to 100,000 jobs, and they're going to have to pay up for people that they've kicked out of the industry in some ways. To lure them back is going to be costly.
Thank you as always, Andy.
Thanks.